Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome to your daily Adept report for today, Friday, June the 22nd of 2018. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. And yeah, today we are outside and the sun feels good, and it's interesting because I actually drew the sun tarot card for today's card, but I just wanted to get outside because it's such a beautiful day. I just wanted to appreciate the moment with you all. And today for the daily Adept report, we're just going to kind of be channeling a bit, but we will talk a little bit about the astrology. We do have the moon, which will be finishing up in Libra, and it enters into Scorpio around, like, I want to say like 3:20ish, 3:30ish Eastern Standard Time. And this is going to be very powerful because now that the sun is shifted into Cancer, when the moon makes this shift, it's going to make immediate aspects to the sun as well as to Uranus. It'll be trining the sun, and then it'll be making a opposition to Uranus, which is in Taurus. And this is going to be very, very powerful. You know, with the sun shifting into Cancer, this is really activating a magical portal of understanding and deeper intuition and tapping into that space. But also, of course, like I said, learning our waterbending abilities and how we actually, you know, direct our emotion, how we, you know, how we use the energy in motion. So when the moon is going to be in Scorpio making this trine to the sun, it's really going to be asking us, of course, you know, Jupiter's here, so it's kind of stimulating the energy. Of course, we also are coming off this Grand Water Trine, which is still kind of prevalent this week. Definitely going to be a super powerful day of kind of going down the rabbit hole, which is what I talked about in my my weekly video, how today is really going to be a day about going down the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is Scorpio. That's where Jupiter is right now, expanding this area, almost kind of dilating the rabbit hole to where if you didn't want to fall in before, or if you were trying to avoid falling in, it's just going to, the ground's just going to just, you know, cave out from underneath you. That's the kind of energy that we have. It's like, you know, they use that metaphor, you know, going down the rabbit hole when you're like gaining more awareness and tapping more into the infinity of who you are and learning more and becoming more aware of things and parallel realities and other stuff. And you can only try so hard to not go down the rabbit hole. And what we're experiencing right now is a lot of people are falling down this rabbit hole with doing this. They're trying to keep their hands on their face, but the pressure of falling is going to make them go down like this, like woo! And that's kind of the energy, right? For those of us who are what I would call, you know, I'm not going to say experts, but proficient at going down the rabbit hole, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be a very powerful day of really reestablishing a connection to spirit and a connection to our own intuition, as well as coming more into contact and becoming more into a feeling and awareness of a deeper sense of satisfaction, a deeper sense of confidence, a deeper sense of self-worth, because like I said, the moon will be making that opposition to Uranus. So yeah, there may be a feeling today of wanting to hide behind doors, of wanting to not really go down this rabbit hole, but like I said, the ground from beneath you is just going to cave in, so you have no choice but to fall. Think about it. If Jupiter is the energy of expansion, and Scorpio is like these deep, dark depths that we really don't necessarily always want to explore, but we're very much so interested in it. If Jupiter is here, it's expanding the whole. So you have no choice but to fall in, my friends. But don't be afraid to fall in, because it's not as dark down there as you think it is. It's only dark because you perceive it that way, or because you project that darkness there. But it doesn't have to be that way. I think today is going to be a very powerful opportunity for us to realize and come more into, like I said, a deeper understanding, like what I did there, understanding, to come to a deeper understanding of how we can direct these emotions and work with our emotional body to manifest deeper desires that we have, deeper wants. Because that's what Scorpio is these deep desires, these wants that we kind of hide from other people. Like I said, Jupiter's here, of course it's retrograde, and it will come out of retrograde in about, I want to say like a month or two, so we still have a little bit of time with this. We also have to consider that the moon is going to be trining the Neptune energies, which has just gone retrograde in Pisces. So this is definitely going to be a time where you kind of want to escape a little bit, but also if you employ the tactics of an Imagineer, you really can shift your life in a very profound way today. And like I said, the tarot card that we actually pulled for today is actually the Sun card. And this is very powerful. You can see these shamans, they're dancing under the sun, and there's an eagle flying right there. And that's really kind of what you want to do today. You really want to fly above any type of petty drama. And the way that you do this is by picking a new personality. It's by picking a different self. I recently have actually come into a particular practice where we actually use our imaginations to actually legitimately pick our personality before we start the day. This is a very powerful practice. I just came into contact with this. I just started employing this. And I think what happens a lot of times, we get stuck on one idea. We get stuck on one way of being, on one personality, when really we are infinite. And everything that we see is a reflection of who we are. The eagle is actually, it's historically and canonically a totem animal of Scorpio. So this is actually kind of perfect that the moon is moving into this spot. But it's also a totem animal of the sign of Aries. And right now that's where Chiron is. And Aries rules the personality. Aries rules the ego. So what you want to do today, and really even just throughout this whole Moon and Scorpio transit, is to not be afraid to act different. To not be afraid to shine. To not be afraid to embody deeper wants and desires that you really have. Because the fact of the matter is that you wouldn't have them if they weren't already yours. We're just playing the catch-up effect here in this 3D dimension. So radiate that love, shine that light, and don't be afraid to dive into this rabbit hole. And honestly, you're already falling. Or, who knows, I like to think that there are rabbit holes that go down and rabbit holes that go up. Personally, I think we're going in a rabbit hole that's going up. That is it for this reading today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to theaquarianadepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.